Is it audible and going live for the first time? Let's see how exactly it is. Let's share this with someone. At least one person should join. Don't have access to this feature. What is this manage? Okay. Zero viewers, zero everything. I think that's how it doesn't work. Hey, hi. I can see one participant. So Pragya Singh is here. Hello, Pragya. Do you have anything to discuss? Only one participant today. Should we start the discussion? Or let's wait for some all like someone else to join. Am I audible? Yes. Okay. I think there's someone else also joined. Hello. So this is my first live. Welcome to the live. So the agenda which we are like which I have in my mind is discuss about AI engineering, how exactly AI engineering is going to help the software developer, or how exactly software engineering is getting changed with the AI. So not sure, like there are two people who is like someone else. If anyone has like any point to discuss, like we can start on that, or I'll just let's wait for 5 minutes. Let's see someone else also join, and then we can get started. Hey, feel free to comment on the live chat so that I understand like if what exactly you wanted to discuss, so we can take that discussion on that direction. This is my first live, so I'm not sure like how to do the live and what exactly is expected out of it, but I'll see like how exactly it will go in impromptu mode. This is something which I just thought of doing it. So what is the impact of AI in QA? Yeah, so the nice question by Pragya. So I think AI is actually impacting every development cycle in software. Like one of the biggest thing which has been impacted by AI is software engineering only. Like with Gen AI, lot of thing is hype. Most of the thing people which are discussing is mostly hype. But the real impact which we can see is actually in the software industry only. The other industries, because that's not that reliable, or it will take time to develop, but the kind of data which we have for software, that is immense, and that data we have in Gen AI. So it is actually replacing the low level code. Like the machines are able to write the low level code quite well. As a software engineer or QA, we can see that impact, that the test cases which earlier used to be written by the like automation engineers might be written easily by AI. So there's a huge impact that is going to be happen in QA industry. But It's like AI is more about what is already being feed to AI, and that is being that exactly that things which is already being feeded to AI, that thing will come out. But if you wanted to keep impact, like don't want AI to impact your job, just think about the higher level of the system. For QA, I can think of like if you are writing the test cases, that should not be the enough. You should understand how the architecture of QA should work. What are the various kind of testing that is required for a system? How can you make sure that the quality of software that's being shipped is up to the date of the standard of the company? So now writing the low level code is something which can be taken care by AI, but at the end of the day, you should have the control over whole architecture. So if you wanted to keep the impact of AI minimum in your job, then I think you should think little on the higher level, like something of the architecture level. So probably in QA architecture is also there. So you should think on those lines. What are the tools that can improve the quality of software that is being shipped? So if you start looking for the bigger picture, AI is something which can't do that at this point of time. Probably Gen AI won't able to do it till end also. So if you are in architecture level, you should be safe enough in QA. Will it reduce the need of QAs in the industry? I'll say not reduce, but it will need the quality QA. It won't be something uh, like someone, let's say, who is just starting with QA. For them, it might be difficult. It's not only QA; it's also for the software developers. If you are starting, that will be become difficult because uh, those starting jobs is easily can be done by AI. So getting entry in the industry is getting difficult, but uh, once you are at a certain level of experience, I think AI is not impacting that much. So it will definitely reduce the need of QA at the lower level, like the at the starting level of the jobs. But at the higher level, people will still need the QA to know about the to ensure the quality of the software. Someone who is not doing that, they'll suffer at the end. So companies has to focus on QA. So quality QA is not going to go anywhere. It's only the someone who is actually just writing the basic minimum automation codes that might replaced, but quality QA is still going to survive. So this is in general, like not in QA also, even in software development. If we look into, there are like earlier when we used to write the code, we have to actually write the final execution code. Now if we wanted to develop a software, we have to break the software into a smaller component, and if we'll tell the AI, they can write the code. This is currently known as a vibe coding. So vibe coding is really working, and it's actually uh, improving the overall performance of improving the performance of a software engineer. So you can actually improve the performance that with the AI. So I think if you'll use it quite wisely, you'll be able to do the work which you earlier used to do in 10 days, now in 2 or 3 days. So AI is doing a good impact for software in general, as I told you earlier also. Anything else which we have to discuss? I think this is the first live. I don't think people are going to join it, but that's a try which I am giving. So there are two people who joined. I think we'll just keep it for 15 minutes. If anyone has any question, we'll probably take it up. Otherwise, we'll call it a day. Hmm. So meanwhile, I'll discuss like what exactly is happening as a trend wise in AI. So one thing, like I have been looking for AI as whole. From I'm tracking this trend from starting around 3 years back, from where the time Gen AI was just starting, like ChatGPT has just become uh, started becoming a hype from that point of time. till this point of time, there are a lot of people who are trying to find a lot of use cases in AI, but they are not actually, they are not much of the use cases which we have as of now. There are two, three established use cases which we have. One of them is RAG, retrieval augment generation. So where you have your data somewhere and you will just ingest that data and vectorize it in your database and keep it somewhere, so that at the end of the day it will searchable. So it's more about the semantic search, and with the vector you are able to find the similar uh, you will able to find the vectors which are closer to each other, and you'll get the similar text. It's more about the searching which we have, and on the top of that searching we'll be having uh, after once we are getting the data from our vector data store, we are just providing it to LLM. That is where the AI is coming into picture, and LLM is actually uh, just refining, giving it a natural language. That's what AI is doing. The other use case which people are trying to do is AI agents. So agents is like where people are saying AI can take the decision instead of you taking the decision. So they have the AI at one place and LLM, and they have many tools which are given to AI, and those tools, instead of you calling the tool, AI can dynamically call the tools. So the best example is like in a customer care service. If you go, you have LLM. LLM can take decision. You have provided five or four tools to LLM. Like you can uh, call to, you can make a call for your orders. Like what is the status of your order? You can refund the from. You can give the access to LLM to your API to refund the order, and you can see the current status. So these all things which you have given access to LLM. So LLM has a decision which tool has to be used, and at the end of the day, uh, decision making is given to the LLM, like AI agent, where we wanted to give the agency to LLM, so that it has that independence to think about it and take the decision which tool to be used. So that was the trend. Then from that tools, people started finding the problem of like which tool to be used for. Every tool has a different type of integrations, so that integration itself become a problem. Like for if you have your LLM and you have your tool, so for everyone who wanted to make some AI agent, they have to build their own tool. So that was becoming am into an problem where like a lot of AI agents you have to build, and you have to build your tool also. To solve that, like they started coming with an protocol, that is MCP, model text protocol, where people wanted to solve that problem of M into N. Like you need not to build your own tool. People are building tools in MCP, like tools as in like they have the MCP server protocol to communicate between the tool and the LLM. So MCP is nothing, just the wrapper on top of your tool so that your LLM can talk to your tool. So second trend that is coming is about the AI agents, which most of people are does not feel reliable. So there are many frameworks for to build the AI agent. One of them is Screw AI, and there are Fire Data. So there are a lot of agents which are the framework which are there. But end of the day, I think Langflow is something which is going to shine in that, because it provide you that controllability on AI. Otherwise, what happens? AI might able to solve your problem 90% times, but what will happen for those 10% of time when AI is not able to going to solve that? That is quite embarrassing for software, because that predictability in the software is getting missed. So I think agent with the like AI agents with control is something which is actually helping. So I think, yeah, second use case is this, like where AI agents are being developed, but people are quite wanted to control it in some way. So mostly it's giving the wanted to give the independence to which tool to be invoked, but at the end of the day, they know, people started realizing that that is something which you don't want. Like you want predictability, you don't want AI to take some random actions. So this is the second use case, I think, throughout the industry which people are seeing. So mostly RAG and this, like people are combining this together. They have the RAG system, they have their tools. So even RAG as one of the tools, so LLM will know which tool to call either they wanted to call some API, some database call, or they wanted to call the RAG. So everything are like coming as one of the tool, and with the MCP protocol, like they wanted to make the standard protocol for communication between LLM and the tool. So that's what it is happening throughout the industry. People are figuring out which use people are still figuring out the use cases. That's the true thing. Like people are wanted to fit, like they know that LLM is quite powerful, they have the solution, so they are looking for the problem to solve it. So this is not the right way, like at all. Like I at least feel you should not look for a problem once you have the solution. So you have a solution, you are looking for a problem now. So people are most of the people which are doing in the industry is this because of the hype. There are a lot of hype that is being around AI. So if people know like something is built on AI and some AI is somehow they want to relate your product with AI so that it will have that hype. So people wanted to leverage that. So that's pretty much about my thoughts on AI. If you have anything else which we should discuss, I'll take a pause for 2 minutes and then we can discuss that. Feel free to put your question in chat so that I understand that what exactly you wanted to discuss in here. We'll wait for 2 more minutes. I think if we have, we'll have this 20 minutes, like 20 minutes of live. If any other question, anything which you wanted to discuss, I'll up for it. I'll take that. So thank you, Pragya. Thank you for asking these questions of QA. So if there's nothing else, then probably for QA only we'll discuss like QA is AI is really going to impact the QA. Like most of the people are thinking about that because even QA and front end, where it is more like a boilerplate code, people have that. Like it's like a template which you have to write with few values changing here and there. So QA and front end is something which is going to be heavily. This is my personal opinion. I feel those are going to be impacted by it. But if you know the architectural level of uh, particular system, then definitely like AI is not going to do that, and this is something where you can shine. Someone else also join. Thank you for joining. If you have anything, just put it in chat. We'll discuss that. This is my, by the way, I'll tell you, this is my first live, so I'm not sure how to conduct that. So if you want, I can give my introduction. Then from there we can take it up, and you can also introduce yourself in the chat, and we'll have the common point to discuss something. If that sounds good. Oh, you need a good mic, Prashant. Right. I need a good mic. So voice is not clear. Probably I'll try with OBS then next time. Thank you, Prashant, for joining. So I think so Prashant, this is my first try to go live. I'm just exploring how exactly live works. Thank you, thank you. So I think we'll close this like for 20 minutes only. That should be enough. Next time I'll be having a better, probably some agenda on that. I'll see how exactly people are doing the live. Accordingly, I'll do that because uh, initially I understand like people are not there, so there's no point to discuss. So I have to drive somehow with my own topics. So I'll come up with the topics and discuss those particular topics from next time. So I think for today we are good. If you have any last minute thoughts, you can put it in the chat and we can discuss that. If nothing, then I think we are good. Thank you guys. Thank you for joining. Keep learning. Thank you guys. Bye bye. Signing off.